The agency was created in 2006 thanks to a law, the law on the labor code, and its organization modalities and functioning were consecrated in 2008 thanks to a law, but the agency started working effectively only in 2010, precisely in August 2010. From these organs, we have a board of 7 members and the General Management Committee. The General Direction is composed of the Cabinet of the Director General, which comprehends services. We have the Direction of Intermediation on the labor market and the promotion of decent employment, the direction of entrepreneurship, the direction of the Observatory of Employment and Training that makes the observation of the labor market. This direction is in a process of autonomization with respect to the recommendation of UMOA. The Direction of Administration and Finance supports the operational directions in the execution of their mission, as well as the other services attached to the general direction, which are communication, audit, and computer services, as well as the programming service. After 6 years of existence, ANPE was able to set itself in all the economic regions of Togo with the creation of service points. So ANPE is present in the 5 economic regions of Togo and in the city of Balimé. In Lomé, it is present in 4 wards. In 4 wards, we call those wards service points of Lomé. We have one in Bagida, at the university, at Adakwame, and at Dumasese. It is the service point of Dumasese that will have now the city, and that will see the construction of the city of trades. Our activities as any service employment agency, we proceed to the recruitment for enterprises. The recruitment, we look at all the aspects of recruitment. We propose profiles to enterprises, what we call job placement. We give advices in human resources to enterprises. We make the education in entrepreneurship. We support project bearers, and we also look at the production of information on labor markets. We manage the program of support to employment, which is an active program, a program of training in the structures, private and para-public, training program of 6 months that can be renewed once, which has as target to provide employment to the youth who face the compulsion to find or to have a certain experience before they find a real job. There is another program, the program of service to the person that we are trying to experience. This program, we had the support of the World Labor Organization to do the survey of the national market. Anyway, the institutionalization has not yet happened. We are at the stage of training people, agents in these jobs, because with again the support of the World Labor Organization, we conceived engineering of training. We have the entrepreneurship program for the capacity building in wood binding. This program trains youth in rural areas in order to for the maintenance of school documents. These are documents that are made available for schools. So when these documents come to be spoiled, the youth are called to proceed to the binding of these documents again. So we have other academic booklets. Our projects, we would like to go towards the intermediation at the international level. For this purpose, we were able to profit of the support of the European Union through its program. And with this support, we were able to elaborate a handbook of the management of professional migrations. The other aspect is to train advisors of employment in order to be able to animate the service that we are talking about. We are in partnership with Employment Hub. We've been called to be associated with the launching of the project of the European Union on professional migration. The program of service to the person, as I said earlier, has not yet been institutionalized, so we are still doing something that we call the pre-pilot phase. So the idea is to institutionalize the document in order to make of it a true program that makes the promotion of services to the people, that makes them decent, and so that those who operate in these services find a certain profit at the end. The project of the City of Trade, we followed its presentation earlier. So it is a project that is dealt with by the National Agency for Employment, and it is in partnership with the Town Hall of the City of Lomé. The implementation of a space to job seekers. Job seekers, when they go to the National Employment Service, we would like to create a place equipped with machines, with Wi-Fi, so that they can do their researches of necessary documentations in order to do their research, so that they can join in. And the institution and the organization of the HR clubs. You know that directors and responsibles of HRs are our privileged partners. It is with them that we exchange in the enterprises our resource persons in the enterprises. So when we enter the companies, the enterprises, they are the people who we talk to. So we'd like to build a dynamic between them and us through the institutionalization of HR clubs. So we made a first edition last month, so we would like to organize them in activity sectors so that we target them better and exchange with them in order to see what we can do together in order to improve our practices. Our partners, we have as partner the UNPD that started with they trained some agents. We have the World Bank, which with the coming up of the program to bring support to employment, they were interested in it, and they produced a lot of things, and they even introduced an assessment of the impact of the program. We have our traditional privileged partner, the World Labor Organization, and other trainings that the agency takes profit of. We have the GIZ, with which with which we do the inclusive orientation. With their support, they are present in 3 towns in Togo: Sokode, Kbalime, and Chevier. In these 3 cities, we have a platform of jobs in these 3 cities. So the job seekers or the youth are orientated concerning their skills, and as opposed to the best jobs in the area. So the GEZ, through its project education, training, techniques, and professional, they support us in the monitoring of the people coming out of professional and the other sort of education. They go with us, they support us in order to put in place a unique identifier, and the director of the observatory watches the way things go. So the autonomization of the observatory will be also done. Now, on the aspect of employment, our partner is Pôle Emploi, of course, which is the one to intervene and train the first advisors. So we have a dynamic partnership with Pôle Emploi. Our partners ANPE and Active, Anixi, and then we have other partners on the field of employment. So this is the illustration, and at the level of the civil organization associations, we are in partnership with ONATEF. This is a 3-party organization. We have the National Organization of Disabled People. CDM is an organization that takes into account the insertion of disabled people. So these 3 organizations would like to collaborate in order to fight against the exclusion of the disabled people, that is, to favor the inclusion of disabled people. We have another partner of the civil society who we work with, Association et Vision Solidaire, which is dynamic on the issues of professional migration and other tough issues of the news. So this is globally what I can tell you in a few words on the young structure that is the National Agency for Employment of Togo. Thank you.